Imagine a battlefield where, on one side, you have the most powerful military forces on Earth, the United States and Israel. They possess cutting-edge fighter jets, billion-dollar missile systems, and some of the most advanced air defense technologies ever built. And yet, standing against all of that overwhelming power is a weapon that costs less than a used car. Sounds unbelievable, right? But that small, inexpensive weapon is quietly changing the rules of modern warfare. Military analysts are now saying that this shift, driven largely by Iran's strategy, isn't about brute force anymore. It's about intelligence, efficiency, and economics. When a drone that costs just a few $1,000s forces an opponent to fire a missile worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions, the entire equation of war starts to flip. At the center of this transformation is one weapon, the Shahed 136. At first glance, it doesn't look impressive. It's not a sleek fighter jet or a high-tech cruise missile. But in reality, this small drone has been reshaping modern warfare over the past few years. Traditionally, the assumption was simple. The more advanced and expensive your weapons, the more dominant you are on the battlefield. The Shahed 136 challenges that idea. Let's put it into perspective. A Tomahawk cruise missile can cost millions of dollars. Other advanced missiles fall into a similar price range. But the Shahed 136, it can cost just a few $1,000s, sometimes less than a basic car, and that's where its true power lies. This drone is what's known as a loitering munition, or more commonly, a kamikaze drone. Unlike traditional missiles that strike immediately, it can stay in the air for extended periods, searching for targets, almost like a predator circling its prey. Some targets only appear briefly. A radar system might turn on for a few seconds and then disappear. This drone can wait, watch, and strike at exactly the right moment. And when it does, it dives straight into the target, exploding on impact. Another unusual feature? The sound. Its small two-stroke engine produces a buzzing noise, often compared to a scooter. That's why some people even call it a flying moped. That distinct sound can create psychological fear, because when you hear it, you know something is coming. Technically, it's relatively simple, about 3.5 meters long, with a wingspan of roughly 2.5 to 3 meters, and weighing around 200 kilograms. It carries a warhead of about 30 to 50 kilograms and flies at speeds up to 200 kilometers per hour. It uses GPS for navigation, along with backup inertial systems if signals are disrupted. In some cases, it can even home in on radar signals, meaning it can target air defense systems themselves, effectively blinding them. Launch is simple too. A truck-mounted rail system fires it into the air using a booster rocket, which detaches once the main engine takes over. Its range? Up to around 2,000 kilometers. But here's the real game changer. They're rarely used alone. These drones are often launched in large numbers, sometimes dozens, even hundreds at once. Instead of targeting a single location, they spread out and hit multiple targets. They also fly low, making them harder to detect on radar until it's too late. Yes, they can be intercepted, but that's where the biggest problem emerges. Cost. To destroy a drone that costs a few $1,000s, defenders often use interceptor missiles that cost hundreds of thousands, or even millions. Systems like Iron Dome or Patriot can stop them, but at a steep price. So imagine this scenario, hundreds of cheap drones incoming, forcing defenders to spend exponentially more just to stop them. Over time, that's not just a military challenge, it's an economic one, and that's why many experts believe the Shahed 136 represents something bigger than just a weapon. It represents a new reality of warfare, where affordability and scalability can challenge even the most advanced military systems. A reality where a low-cost drone can force high-cost defenses into exhaustion. And that raises a critical question. In the long run, who really has the advantage? The side with the most powerful weapons, or the side that can afford to keep fighting longer?